Okay. I just want to make sure. All right, bye. Bye.
You're on?
Yeah. Okay, good evening, everybody. If you need a block, you want to make sure that you have your block with you, because we can use our blocks when we need to modify a little bit. So this is a level 1 and 2 class. So if you're a beginner, you might want to take it a little bit easy. If you've been practicing for a while, you might want to even add a little bit more challenge to your practice. I'll give you some options to do that. So we're going to just begin tonight in a child's pose. Remember that when we feel that we're a little bit overwhelmed, we can always go into child's pose and then just take a little bit of a break and then continue when you feel that you're ready. So we're just going to come on to the knees. Come to the middle of your mat, bring your big toes together, separate your knees a little wide, and draw your tailbone down towards your heels, and reach and extend your arms forward, stretching the fingers all the way to the front of your mat, and draw your forehead down to the floor. And try to make sure that your forehead touches the floor. If it doesn't, you can always bring your block right underneath your forehead. And reach and stretch the arms as far forward as you can, pushing your hips all the way back towards your heels. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale through your nose, and we're going to just sigh it out through the mouth. Let it go. And one more breath deep. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. And just sink down as low as you can go, pushing those hips back. Just take a few moments to come into your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is the breath that we use throughout our practice. You want to find that breath traveling in and out through the back of your throat. And so just taking a moment here to get connected to your breath. Just take time to feel the stretch and be mindful of where your body is today, how it feels, and how it feels in every pose that you come into. You want to feel that there's an ease within the pose, not a real difficult struggle, and you never want to find that there's pain. So just lift the head and walk your hands all the way over to the right side of your mat. Draw your left buttock down towards the heel and push that hip down towards the heel to get a stretch into the left side of your body. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, sink down a little lower. And come back to center on your inhale, walking the hands all the way over to the left side. Exhale it down, pressing the right buttock down to the heel. And feel that stretch into the right side of your body. If you want to go a little further, you can walk the hands more over to the left. Just take it to your level, to your edge, wherever you feel comfortable. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, sink down. And slowly coming back to center. Inhale. Palms are flat, fingers spread. Let's come on to the hands and knees, bringing the palms right under the shoulders. Knees come under your hips. We're going to start by warming up the spine, coming into our cat and cow. So let's curl the toes and let the tailbone tilt up. Let your chest come forward and head lift. Toes go flat. Exhale, round your back. Pull your chin into the chest, dropping that chin in. Inhale, curl the toes and lift up. And flatten the toes. Exhale as you round your back. And one more like that. Inhale, curl and lift up. And exhale, round the back, pulling the belly into the spine. And then curl the toes. As your toes curl under, you're going to sit back to your heels and just gently walk your hands in and allow them to rest on your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. So you want to feel a stretch coming into the soles of your feet. Let your shoulders pull back away from the ears and tuck your tailbone under. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Continue to gaze forward. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's slide the hands forward. As you stretch your fingers all the way to the front of the mat, just lift your knees, raising your hips all the way up. Drop the head towards the floor. And just start to pedal out the feet. Heels push down, opposite heel pushes down as the other leg bends. And just feeling a stretch entering into your calf muscle. Continue to let your head hang. And then pressing both heels down to the floor. Drop your head a little closer to the mat. Lift those hips up, pull the belly in, and turning those eyes of your elbows up to the ceiling to open your shoulders. And from here, look forward and slowly begin to walk your feet all the way to the very top of your mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Slide the hands up your shins. Fold with your exhale. And again, lengthen, inhale. Exhale and fold. And last time, inhale up. And exhale, fold. And we're going to take both hands to the mat, put a slight bend in the knees, and take your left leg all the way back to a lunge position. Keeping that left heel pushing back, keeping your right knee over the ankle. Start to rock forward and back. Pushing your left heel as close to the floor as you can. And getting a stretch in through the right leg, the right hamstring, and feeling maybe a stretch through that left calf. And then once you come forward again, bring the left foot to meet the right, and switching sides. Right leg goes back for your lunge, making sure your left knee is over the ankle, your right heel is pushing back, and then begin to rock forward and back, pushing through that right heel. And just try to straighten that left leg only to where you feel that you're comfortable. Everyone's range of motion is different, so you might be more flexible than somebody else. So just try to feel that openness coming into that right calf and left hamstring. Next time you come forward, bring the right foot to meet the left, and bring both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Lift up, inhale. Bring your hands together, look up at your hands, and slowly bring the hands down to the center of your heart, and hold here in your mountain pose just for a few moments. Bring your chin down to the chest. Make sure your big toes are touching. All four corners of your feet are pressing down into the earth. The arches are slightly lifted. Hips are open outwards. Tailbone is pressing to the floor, and belly is pulling in. And then bring your chin level with the mat with your eyes opening if they were closed. Raise both arms all the way up. Inhale. Interlace your fingers, make steeple fingers, and stretch up through the tips of those fingers. Pulling your belly into the back of the spine. Get nice length through your whole body. Inhaling up. Exhale, take it over to the left, pushing your right hip out to the side. Nice deep lateral stretch, opening into that right side. And if you're comfortable, you can look to your inner elbow. Nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Make sure that breath is flowing in through the back of the throat. Come back up to center. Inhale. Nice length through the spine. Exhale it all the way over to the right, pushing your left hip out. So now as you push that hip, you want to feel the left rib cage opening in through the inner armpit, and maybe taking your gaze to look up to the inner elbow. And come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take both arms all the way down. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, fold. Bend both legs at your knees, so you want to trust your chest onto your thighs. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor. And we're going to stretch the arms all the way back. Interlace your fingers and stretch your knuckles up. Keep pulling your shoulders away, so you want to get down into a squat. Working on getting those quadriceps to open up to get a little bit stronger here. Keep stretching the knuckles up. And then sweep the arms forward. As you come into a chair pose, drop your tailbone down, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, stand straight up. As you exhale, twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Bring both arms all the way up, inhale, and twisting to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Both arms come up, inhale, and twist it out again to the right, and both arms lift, twisting again to the left. Both arms come all the way up. Inhale. And let's bring the hands together. Look up and follow the hands down to the center of your heart. Folding forward with a nice flat back. Bring both hands to the mat. Step the left leg back so you're in a lunge position. Allowing yourself to keep that left knee off the mat, but you always have the option to bring it down. And if you need a block, you can use the block to kind of lift the floor up to give you a little bit more height if you need it. So if you need to lower the left knee down, lower it down. From here, your left hand is on the floor, right arm comes forward, rotate the right rib cage to the ceiling and pull your right knee into the midline of the body. Keep pushing back through that left heel, squeezing your inner thighs together. Nice deep breath. Reach and stretch up. Get that right arm to really extend. Pull the belly in, squeezing that belly into the back of the spine. And bring that right hand down to the floor. You're going to just pick up your left foot as you lift that left leg all the way up. Lengthen your spine. Draw the hip down towards the floor. The toes are pointing down. Drop the crown of your head towards your right toes. Nose comes to the knee. Feel that stretch into that right hamstring. Don't worry about getting that leg too high. Just keep it as high as you can get it to maintain the stretch through the hamstring. If you find your leg is bent, you can use the block in front of you to lift the floor and just try to fold down. Try to really feel that you're not putting too much weight on your block. And then right from here, lengthen again. Inhale. Step your left leg back. As that left leg goes back, your right knee is still over the ankle. Spin your left foot flat to the floor and let the left arm come forward. Rotate the chest open and you're going to bring the left arm all the way back as you raise up into a warrior two. Sink your pelvis down, shoulders over your hips. Pull your belly into the back of the spine. Nice deep breath. Make sure that you're keeping that belly pulled in, opening up those inner thighs. So you don't want to drop the knees down to the mat. Push down into the edge of your left foot. Windmill the hands on either side of your right foot. I'm going to take that right leg, send it all the way back and up for a three-legged dog. Lift it way up. Bend the right leg at the knee so let your right heel come towards your left buttock as you open up that whole right side of your body. Make sure the shoulders pull down, so you don't want to turn open too much so that the right shoulder lifts up. You want to pull the shoulders so that they stay even. You're just opening the right chest. And then look forward. Take the right foot to meet the left. Right foot forward and then the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen. And fold on your exhale. Let's come all the way up. Inhale. Bring the hands up. Look up. Press your palms together. Fold as you come all the way down. Exhale. Taking it now to the other side. So this time the right leg is going to go back. So as you take that leg back, make sure your left knee stays over the ankle. Send that right leg as back as far as you can. And you can always place that right knee down if you feel you need to. Or keep it lifted, and if you need more space to lift your chest, you can bring the block whatever angle. Sometimes we might even need the higher angle here. Wherever you are, left arm goes forward, and you're going to open up the left rib cage to the ceiling, pulling that left knee way into the midline of your body, lifting up, squeeze the inner thighs together, push back through your right heel. Nice deep inhale and exhale. So make sure you're breathing through your nose. And bring that left hand down. And from here, you're going to lift the right leg all the way up. So as you lift that right leg up, when you straighten your left leg, you want that knee to go straight. So if you need the support of your block, bring the block underneath your hand so that the left leg stays long. The right hip turns towards the mat. The toes are facing down. And the right leg lifts. Draw your nose toward your knee. Make sure you're pulling that left hip up, feeling a deep stretch into the left hamstring. Lengthen, inhale. Remove your block as you bring the right foot back. As the right foot comes back, the toes are angled more to the longer side of your mat. The left heel lines up with the instep of your right foot. Left knee stays over that ankle, and the right arm sweeps forward, opening it up towards the ceiling, and we're taking it right to a warrior two. So you're going to lift up, sink the pelvis down, shoulders stack over your hips, and gaze down the fingers of your left hand. So keep pulling the shoulders down. Try not to feel that there's tension in the shoulder area. And sink your pelvis, open up those inner thighs, and breathe here. Make sure that breath is flowing in and out through the back of the throat. Always remember that you have the option of taking child's pose if you feel that you're not able to really stay with the poses that we're doing tonight. And you can always come back when you're ready. Bring both hands down on either side of your left foot. That left leg is going to go back to a three-legged dog, so plant your hands firmly as the left leg goes back and up. Pull your chest to your side, drop the head, bend the leg at the knee, letting that left heel come to the right buttock. So make sure your left shoulder doesn't turn open. You want to pull it more down. And breathe. Pulling that right hip back. And then from here, look forward. Then take the left foot and bring it right in between the hands, followed by your right foot. Lengthen, inhale, and fold, exhale down. Taking it back to that chair pose once again. Bend the legs at the knees. So chest is on your thighs. Stretch your arms back, interlace your fingers, and keep your chest on your thighs, pressing your tailbone down towards the mat. Breathe here. Try not to drop your head down. So you want to keep a nice straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And taking it into chair, stretch the arms all the way up. Hold it here. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. Pull the shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Sink it down a little lower if you can. Pull your belly in. Reaching through the fingers. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, stand straight up. Exhale, release the arms all the way down. And let's bring the hands to prayer. Right into the center of your heart. So noticing now if you're really building that heat through the body, taking that energy in. You'll notice if you are doing that, your heart rate was probably increased. So just stay with your breath. Nice deep inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And as you exhale, let your eyes open. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Bring your hands together in prayer. Fold forward. Keep a nice flat back, hinging from your hips. Plant your hands to the floor and lengthen. Inhale, step your left leg back. As you step that left leg back, you want the toes to angle more to the left corner of your mat. So bring your foot in a little closer, more like a heel to instep alignment with that right heel lining up with the left heel. Bend your right leg at the knee and sweep your arms back and come up into warrior one. Both hips are forward. Lift your arms up and bring them towards your ears. Reach and extend through your fingers. Breathe here. Spread those fingers nice and wide. And then from here, you want to really feel that you're pulling your left hip to the front of your mat, pulling your right hip back as if you're squeezing your inner thighs together. And then from here, let's bend the elbows so you're making goalpost arms or cactusing your arms, and lift your chest a little higher. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Deepen into that bent knee if you can. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. And exhale, both hands are going to come down on either side of your right foot. You're going to take your right leg and lift it all the way back and up for a 3-legged dog. Lifting up as high as you can. Now we're going to come forward to a plank position. Bring your right knee in towards the right elbow. If you need to lower the knee down, you can lower it down. I'm going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and send it all the way back and up. And then you're going to bring it across to that left elbow, holding it for 3, 2, and 1, and send it all the way back and up. And then bringing that right foot in between the hands. We're going to take the left leg all the way up again. As you lift that left leg up, bend the right leg at the knee and take your left knee right into the back of your right knee. So left knee comes right into the back of the left knee into the back of the right knee. And hold here. Try to really go as low as you can into that little bit of a squat, bringing your chest onto your thighs. Stretch that leg all the way back and up. Drop the head towards your toes. And take your left leg all the way back. Both hands are around that right foot. Bring the right leg all the way back and up to the ceiling and lower the foot down. And hold here. Nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Lifting the hips, dropping the head. Make sure you're holding in, while you're holding in the pose, you're using your Ujjayi breath. If you feel that down dog is a little too intense, take a rest in child's pose and join when you're ready. And let's take the left leg and lift that left leg all the way up. You're going to come forward to your plank, touching the left elbow to your left knee to your left elbow, holding it for 3, 2, and 1. You can always bring that right knee down if you need to. Send it back and up. And cross it over to your left. The left knee to right elbow. You can bring the knee down if you need to. Holding it for 3, 2, and 1. Send it all the way back and up. And then lunge that left foot in between the hands. Make sure the knee is right over the ankle. I'm going to take our right leg, extend it all the way up. And I just realized we forgot our warrior. So we'll do that at the end. So you're going to let that left hip pull up. Use your block if you need to. The right hip turns down. The nose comes towards the chest, the knee. And bend that left leg at the knee, taking the right knee right into the back of your left knee. And hold it here. Just feel your chest right on top of your left thigh. Nice deep breath. Straighten the left leg. And we're going to bring that right foot back. So we'll take our warrior 1 right from here. So the right toes are angled to the right corner of your mat. Your right hip pulls down. Left knee is bent. Stretch your arms back. As you come up, squeeze your inner thighs together so you want your hips to both be facing the front of the mat. Reaching up, sink your pelvis down. Make sure the left knee is over the ankle. Lifting up, breathe here. Shoulders pull down. Make sure that you're taking that breath in and out through the back of your throat. And then you're going to cactus the arms or goalpost the arms for a little deeper back bend. Tuck your tail under. Open and squeeze the shoulder. Open the chest and squeeze your shoulder blades. Bring both arms all the way up. Inhale. Looking forward. Straighten your left leg. We're going to bring the right foot to meet the left. Bring your hands back to prayer. And hold here. So you're probably noticing that you're maintaining a consistent heart rate. Maybe you'll notice it goes up a little bit more as you increase the intensity of your poses. So when we come into this pose, this mountain pose here, our hands are now just in prayer. Thumbs right into the center of the heart. And if you're able to, let your eyes gently close. Relax your shoulders. Feel the flow of your breath. Feel the energy flowing through your body. Let your mind stay present. So letting go of what you've done so far. And slowly let your eyes open if they were closed, returning your chin level with the mat. Bring both arms all the way up. Inhale, stretching up. So we're going to step back with the left leg into a high lunge. So you want to take that left foot and step it back. So you might need to keep wiggling it back so that you're making sure your right knee is over the ankle. And from here, we're going to straighten the right leg. As you straighten the right leg, you're going to bend it again. As you come towards that right thigh, keep the arms reaching alongside your ears. Start to raise the left leg as you straighten your right, taking it into a warrior 3. So start to find your balance here. And when you're ready, start to raise that left leg up. Just take it to where you're comfortable. Maybe this is where you are today. As long as you're finding balance, breathe. Right leg is nice and straight. We're going to slowly come back up. Put a slight bend in that right leg and step the left leg back for your lunge once again. Reaching through the fingertips up to the ceiling. Keep that right knee over the ankle. Maybe wiggle that left foot back if it's over, the right knee is over the toes. Breathing here. Bring both hands into prayer. The thumbs are going to come right into the center of your chest. You're going to lean forward to that right thigh once again. Option to always take that left knee down if you feel that you need to. We're going to twist left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Use that elbow as leverage to pull your belly away from the right thigh, pulling your thumbs into the chest, pushing your right palm into the left, and gaze up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Lower the knee down if you feel that you need to. Breathing here, in through the nose, out through the nose. And then release. Thumbs come back to the center of your heart. Release both arms all the way up. Inhale. Straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend it once again. And bring your left foot to meet the right. Bring both hands back to the center of your heart. And hold here. Go in deep to that breath. Really utilize that breath. You want to be able to hear the sound that the breath is making through the back of your throat, so it should sound like an ocean wave sound. So really make it long and smooth. So we're going to just hold it here a few more breaths before we go to the other side. Let the eyes open if they're closed. And raise both arms all the way up. Inhale, taking that right leg all the way back. So the right leg's going to go back, taking it into your high lunge. So find that balance on the ball of your right foot. Straighten your left leg. Keep your belly pulling in. Bend the left leg. Keep your arms almost as if they're glued to your ears. Lean your chest towards that left thigh. Straighten the left leg, raising the right leg up. Once you find that balance, you can begin to lift the right leg higher if you'd like to take your warrior 3. Reach and extend through the fingers. So take it to wherever your edge is, as long as you try to keep that right foot lifted, left leg straight. And we're going to take it back, bending the left leg. You're going to bring the right foot back into your lunge. Wiggle that right foot back so that your left knee is over the ankle. Bring your hands into prayer. I'm going to take the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. You can let that right knee come down if you need to, giving you a little bit more support, a little bit more balance if you feel that you need it. You've been practicing for a while. Maybe you want to keep that right knee lifted. And pressing that left palm into the right. And slowly releasing out of your twist. Inhale, stretch the arms up, back into that lunge. Reaching up, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Straighten your left leg, inhale. Bend that leg and bring the right foot to meet the left as both hands come to the center of your heart. And let it all go. Smooth breath. Even though you feel that heart rate may really be increased, let the breath be long and smooth so that you don't feel that you're losing control. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Let the eyes open. I'm going to take it down to the floor. Lift the arms all the way up. Inhale and fold forward as you exhale. Step one leg back and the other leg back. Lower down to your knees. We'll take child's pose here. So big toes touch. Open your knees and set your tailbone down to the heels, taking a rest before we continue on the mat. Forehead down, or forehead can rest on your block. You want to press your hips towards the heel. And slowly coming back up. Let's come back into tabletop position. We're going to go back to a pose that we did earlier. So you're going to bring your knees under your hips, curling the toes. Sit your tailbone back towards the heel and walk your hands in towards the thighs. So you want to sit on hands on the thighs. Tuck your tailbone under to make sure that you're not really arching that lower back. Shoulders down away from the ears. Now you can hold here. You can have the option of just shifting your weight back to come onto the balls of your feet. Bring your hands together. Knees are facing towards the front of your mat. Thighs are together. So you might notice that you're a little wobbly here. It's okay. Just meet yourself where you are. Hold here. And then from here, we're going to take those knees back down to the mat, back into tabletop position, and take your legs out to one side. Doesn't matter whether it's the right or left, and you're going to sit down onto your buttocks. Allow the legs to extend forward and remove the flesh from your buttocks. You want to slide the flesh away so that you're feeling grounded into your sits bones. Pressing down through the sits bones, flex your feet, bring your hands in prayer. Let the thumbs come right to the center of your heart. Relax your shoulders down away from the ears. Close your eyes and just feel the work in your legs. As you keep flexing your feet, you're going to feel the stretch into the back of the legs, from the hamstrings to the back of the knees, into the calves and ankles, and toes are pointing more to your face. Pull your belly in, let your shoulders stay relaxed. If you find that it's difficult to keep your back straight and your legs straight, you can always sit on your block. That gives you the opportunity to raise your hips up, so it will help you let your back remain straight. With your eyes open, you're going to raise your arms all the way up. Inhale. Now you're going to hinge from your hips. Keep the arms glued to your ears, and once you can't come down any further, just lower your arms down without rounding the shoulders or the chest, caving the chest in. So squeeze your shoulder blades, keep flexing the feet. If you have the ability to grab your first two fingers around your big toe, you can hook in yogi toe lock or yogi grip. Lifting up, pull into the toes as you pull your chest away from the toes. Exhale, pull your chest down, coming onto the belly onto the thighs. But you want to keep your back nice and long. So if you start to round your back, you can keep your hands somewhere on your shins or just below your knees. And let's take a few more breaths here. So you want to get a deep stretch to where you're comfortable. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. So let yourself close your eyes here, a few more breaths. Feel that stretch. You want to feel it more through the lower back. You'll also be feeling it through your hamstring when your feet are flexed. But you want to feel that you're pulling the belly into the back of the spine to get the stretch through your lower back. And slowly lift up and gently walk your hands in. We're going to take the right sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Once again, that left leg stays straight and flexed. And both hips are facing forward. Bring your hands in prayer. Lift both arms all the way up. Inhale. Hinge from your hips. So as you start to notice, you do this and drop your chin, just hinge from your hips. Don't go any further than that, and just bring your hands down to your left shin. Pull that left hip back and lengthen out over that left leg, trying to get your lower belly to first connect down onto your thigh. And sink it down. And slowly come back up. Walk your hands all the way up. And right foot comes forward, taking the sole of the left foot into the inner the right side. Right foot is flexed. Both hips are forward. Hands in prayer. Both arms lift. Inhale, up. And as you come forward, you're hinging from the hips, not rounding through the shoulders or the back. Bring the hands down and just allow your chest to lower. Pull that right hip back. So I'm going to just turn on a light. It looks like it's getting a little dark. Hope this is better. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So then from here, you're going to slowly come back up. And let's just walk or scoot your hips to your heels and lower down onto your back. Pull your heels close into your buttocks. Feet are flat on the mat. And just rest your hands right alongside your body here. Just rest the legs, rest the arms. Feet are flat. And just pull your navel into the back of the spine and just let that lower back push down into the floor. So you're in a little bit of a pelvic tilt here. So from here, We're just going to press into the feet, raising the hips off the mat, but keep that pelvic tilt. So keep pushing your navel into the back of the spine and start to raise your hips all the way up. Keep your chin into the chest. Try not to move your head when you're here. So you're kind of putting some pressure into the neck a little bit, so you don't want to move your head. Coming into your bridge pose. And if you want to go a little further, see if you can rock over to the left side, bringing your right arm under the back, and then rock to the right side, bring the left arm under, and interlace your fingers as you squeeze your shoulder blades, and keep lifting your hips way up, keeping your chin into the chest, and just lift those hips up. Just holding, going up as high as you can. And try to make sure that your feet are still flat on the floor, so you should not be going up on your tiptoes. And then slowly lift the hips up a little bit higher. Release your arms alongside your mat and slowly take your back all the way down onto the floor and hug your knees into your chest. Interlace your fingers and just gently rock it out from side to side. Nice deep breath in and out. And bring your feet back to the floor. Make sure that you're in that pelvic tilt once again. So you want to pull your belly into the back of the spine so that your lower back is flat on the mat. Your sacrum is pressing down and your navel is pulling into the spine. Going to extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot. Now you're going to take your left hand and bring it right onto your left hip. Start to slide your left foot forward. As you do, flex your left foot. So as you flex that left foot, you're pushing the back of your left knee into the floor. Lift up. If you're able to grab your big toe in yogi toe lock, so if you have that flexibility to do that, you can do that. But when you do, your right leg remains straight. If not, take hold behind your right calf or close to the ankle. Pushing your left hand into your left hip, pull your belly into the back of the spine on your inhale, and as you exhale, open the leg out only as far as it can go without bending the knee. So as soon as you start bending the knee, don't go any further. Keep pressing that left buttock down. So you want that right leg to go out to the side to open into that right hip, into the inner right thigh. But the right leg has to be straight, so only keep that leg over with a straight leg. Bring it back to center, and then slide the left leg so that the foot comes onto the floor, bending that left knee. Place your right ankle just above, on top of that left knee, just below your left thigh, just below your left knee. Both arms come out into T position. Inhale. And exhale, take a twist all the way to the left. You're going to lower down with the right hand, the left hand coming onto your right knee and the right shoulder staying on the floor. Look over to the right fingers. So getting a stretch in through the right side of your back. And close your eyes and just breathe here, opening into this twist, opening your body, getting a nice stretch. And return your head center. Keep the ankle right on top of that side. Just release your left arm back to T. Keeping your left foot on the floor, come back up so the right ankle stays exactly where it is. Now opening that right hip, lift the left foot off the mat. Take the hands and interlace them behind your left thigh as you pull in. Flatten the lower back to the floor. Keep pulling in as long as you feel that nice deep stretch in that right hip. You can pull in as far as you need to, but you don't want to feel that you're holding the pose if you're in a lot of pain, but you want to feel a little bit of that deeper awareness of that stretch through the right hip. Hold here. So really feel that you can hold the stretch, maintain the stretch for a few breaths. And then release the hands, let the left foot come to the floor. Take your right foot down to the mat, and then bolt, taking the right leg, and going to send that right leg straight out. Bring your right hand onto your right hip and let the left leg lift. You're going to hold to the left ankle, left calf. If you can't hold to the calf, never hold to the back of the knee. holds below the knee or above the back of the knee. Or if you can, you're going to use your first two fingers in yogi toe lock, pushing down into that right hip, which is pushing the buttock down, pushing the back of your right knee to the floor, flexing the toes on your right foot. Inhale, belly draws into the back of the spine, and that leg only opens as far as it can with the leg staying straight. So as soon as you start to bend it, keep it where you can go straight. If you're very open through your hamstrings and your hip, maybe the whole left leg can go all the way out to the side and down. But your right buttock doesn't lift up. You're not turning the whole right side towards the left. So just open out where you can. Bring that leg back up to center. And then slide the right foot flat on the floor, releasing your hand from your left leg or your toes. And let the ankle come right below your right knee onto your thigh. Both arms out in T, so right foot is flat, right knee is bent. I'm going to inhale, pulling the belly into the back of the spine. Exhaling, left leg goes all the way over. Relax that left shoulder. And if you want a little more intensity, the right hand can find the left knee and draw it down to open into the stretch in the left side. Look to the left fingers. And then close your eyes. Breathe where you are. Now we just open up, let that left knee really draw closer to the floor. As you close your eyes, just enjoy this twist. And then return your head center. Release your right hand from the left knee. You're going to come back up, right foot on the floor, and left ankle is staying on top of the right thigh. And now you're going to release the right foot off the mat, pushing that right thigh into that left ankle, threading your hands behind the right thigh, and pull in. Let that left hip really get a deep stretch. So right and left side may be different, and they may vary in their their flexibility. So maybe you notice you have more flexibility on this side than the other, or maybe you notice they're pretty similar. But now let's just hold it. So go to where that edge is that you can just hold it for about 3 or 4 more breaths. Close your eyes and just notice that heightened awareness there, that little bit more deeper awareness in that stretch through the left hip. Make sure you're always breathing your Ujjayi breath. And slowly release the hands. Let that right foot come flat to the mat and let the left foot come flat down. I'm going to take the feet and slide the feet towards each other, so taking the knees out to the side. And just let those knees open up. So you're going to feel a stretch coming into the hip flexors, into the inner thighs, into the groin. The lower back will just arch slightly, and just place your hands on your belly. And you can connect your thumbs and the index fingers, the tips of the index fingers together. Close your eyes. And then let the legs close. We're going to bring the thighs into the chest, cross your ankles, your feet at the ankles, hands behind your thighs. We're going to just rock forward and back, just giving us a little bit of a momentum here. Forward and back. And the next time that you come up, sit up nice and tall with the legs staying crossed. Release your hands onto your knees. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears, belly in. Feel that the tailbone is more tucked under, trying not to arch the lower back. And let's bring both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, twisting over to the right. As you exhale, the left hand finds the right knee and the right hand comes behind, opening your chest. Look over that right shoulder. Long spine. Make sure you're breathing as deep as you can. When we constrict the lungs, it's hard to take that deep breath. So when we're in a twist, we're kind of tightening the lungs a little bit. So the breath isn't able to take, you're not as able to take a deep breath as you would if you weren't in a twist. And then slowly come out. Both arms lift. Inhale, and taking it over to the left with the right hand onto your knee, left hand behind. Lengthen your spine. Draw the shoulders down. Move into your twist just to where you feel comfortable. Maybe let your eyes close. And just breathe into your body. Just let your mind stay present. And slowly release, come out of your twist. So we're going to just come onto the hands and knees. So just bring your hands forward, however you can get to the middle of your mat. We're just going to take an inversion. So it's just going to be a little bit of an inversion here. You're going to come into hare pose. So you're going to bring your feet together. You're going to sit down onto your heels. And you're just going to separate your knees a little wide, a little bit wider, a little away from each other. So from here, your arms are just right alongside you. Your shoulders are down. Your belly is in. We're going to roll ourselves down, and we're going to be taking the very top, the crown of our head to the floor. Not the brow, not where your forehead and your hairline meet, but really the very top of your head. So if you're not really sure where that would be, if you took the thumb right into the bridge of your nose where your eyebrows are, and just kind of put your whole hand around your head, right about where your middle finger or index finger is should be the top of the head that you want to touch the mat. So from here, just round the chin, bring the chin into the chest. As you start to round your back, you want that crown of your head to go onto the floor. So in order for it to get there, you have to lift your hips off your heel. Keep your arms alongside you. Pull your belly in and drop that crown of your head gently onto the floor. Feel as if you're pulling everything, lifting everything up. So don't force all that pressure into the crown of the head. Feel that you're working on pulling the belly in to the back of the spine. So you want to feel that you're able to really lift the weight up off the head off the mat so that there's not too much pressure. And slowly sit back onto your heels, and we're going to roll ourselves back up. We're going to do that once again, and we'll add on if you feel that you can do it. You're going to come down once again, chin into the chest, rounding the back, arms stay right alongside your feet. So you're using your belly. Raise your hips off the heel. Draw the crown of the head onto the mat, not the forehead, so you're looking through the space of your leg. Then if you want, you can lift your heels and maybe hold your heels. Or you can just let the heels lift and keep your arms right alongside you. But you want to feel that it's almost easy to just raise your head, so you don't want to feel that all that pressure is coming into the head. Then release your feet back down. Bring your butt towards your heels and roll yourself all the way back and up. And then bring your both hands forward, and we're going to take right onto our backs again. So swing the legs out to the side and just come to lie down onto your back, and we'll prepare for relaxation. So if you have any warm clothing, if you have socks or a blanket, anything that you want to use to make you feel comfortable, just come to lie down on your back. Separate your legs about hip distance apart and just kind of adjust your clothing. Move anything that feels a little tight around you. Move it away. Just kind of shift your weight. Move your shoulders, move your legs. And gently squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other to feel your chest expand. Make sure the arms open out to more of a V position rather than way out to the side in T. And let your eyes close. Make sure that the chin isn't really jutting way up towards the ceiling, so you don't want to crunch the back of the neck. Tuck your head down a little more and let the chin come into the chest. And we're going to take some deep breaths and really sigh it out here, just letting go of any tension that we're holding on to. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth and sigh it out. And again, deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And one last time, deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and really sigh it out. Really feel as if you're pushing every bit of stale air from the bottom of your lungs out. Close your lips and continue to keep your eyes closed as we take our relaxation now. Your practice is done. The only thing that you need to do now is just relax and let everything that you've done this evening settle in. Try not to judge, especially some of the poses might have been a little challenging for you. Always remember to be mindful that if you are feeling overwhelmed with a pose, option to take child's pose. It's not that you're giving up. It's maybe you recognizing that you're not ready yet. So it doesn't mean that it won't come. It will come in its own way when it's ready for you. Everyone is on their own journey, their own path. So feel that every single muscle in your body is relaxing. And that just visualize in your mind that you're creating space. Space maybe between the muscles, the bones, space between the organs. Just feel that you're breathing in a lightness that creates some open space within you internally. And just relax into this open space, feeling that you're expanding and opening up more and more. And as you're opening up more and more, the body just starts relaxing more deeply. Feeling a heavy sinking sensation. Feel relaxed. And create that space, that openness. And continue to relax. Creating more and more space so that your relaxation becomes deeper and deeper. The body heavy. Allow the mind to stay clear, to create space in your mind. No thoughts. Let the body and the mind relax deeply. And just stay here for a few more minutes. Creating that beautiful open space for your body and your mind. Let your body stay heavy and relaxed as you bring your hands in front of your heart into prayer. And once the hands come there into prayer position, just vigorously rub the hands. Feel your hands creating heat and energy through the palms. Nice heat and friction. And then place one hand onto your heart and the other hand onto your belly. As you connect to the breath and your heart beating. And just gently release your arms down alongside you. Take a moment just to notice how you're feeling. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep inhale. Reach and extend the arms over your head as you stretch to the back wall. Exhaling out any sighs, sounds, or moans. And then gently pull your knees into your chest and hug those knees in. Just take some gentle rocking motions from side to side, massaging out your back. And then allow yourself to roll all the way over to the right side of your mat. As you come over, let your arm extend out so your head rests on your inner arm. Be with your stillness. Be with your peace. Take a moment just to notice how you're feeling. Know that this is the result of the effort you put into your practice. And then pressing into your left hand, slowly guide yourself up and come to a comfortable seated position with your legs crossed. Sit up nice and tall and let your hands come to the center of your heart. Just visualize yourself filled with beautiful light, surrounded by light, being protected. Remember to always practice with the awareness and mindfulness that you're taking your body only to where it's comfortable to go at that moment. So just because you were able to do something today doesn't necessarily mean that it will be available the next time. Or if something wasn't available today, doesn't mean that it's not there for you the next time that you practice. We're always, as I said, on our own path, our own journey. From here, gently bow your head, draw your chin to your chest. As you bow to that light and love that shines within you, know that that light and love shines brightly within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I hope to see you again soon. Have a good evening.